Alright, my stream is actually up. But you can't see my KMs. There you go. Stream's up and going.
Ooh, super. When you look up like you did last race,
Yeah.
the tires are
Done.
like,
Yeah, toast.
yeah, absolutely. You literally have to coast and not turn at all. You have to wait like an entire lap for the tires to cool down a bit.
Yeah, I do know that now.
Yeah. Actually insane how little grip you have after locking up.
Anyway, there we go. Yeah, like if you watch the stream, I'm like, I've got damage, but those tires are
It
fucked.
feels like you have damage because the car pins every fucking time. But after a lap, you realize, no, actually the tires are shit,
Yeah,
and like the tire model's awful.
yeah, yeah. There's only fucking 3 of us. Oh
Really?
my. Oh well. I should look at.
That's not good, is it?
I hate those races. Well, they're good practice because
Yeah.
you can like just practice the boost management and passing cars without someone breathing down your neck. It's bad because if you crash or when you lose like 200 IR because two other cars are probably like 1.5k.
How's the stream? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Are you doing the broadcasted race tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll probably do it.
I'll try to do it if I can figure out the car again.
I don't know about you, but I am going on a bit of flight soon.
Green flag, green flag.
I did some earlier today, actually.
I don't do like the full flights, I just kind of just do the approaches because it's cool.
Well, for me, like the beauty of the sim
Yeah.
is just flying around and looking at things because it's so fucking good.
Yeah, I've been to like all my places in Thailand, like, you know, houses and whatever, and
Yeah.
I just can't believe how like you can follow the road. It's that accurate.
Yeah, it's fucking insane, man. It's so good.
Like,
I'm gonna wait
obviously
for the like real airplanes to
yeah,
come out before I start doing any real flights.
there's a few, you know, little errors here and there with the buildings, but as expected.
Yeah.
I've noticed that the frame rates do drop a bit, or quite a lot, even in the Boeing 747 at the big airport. So that's scaring
Yeah.
me a little bit.
I think it has to do with the game having to simulate more stuff on the flying end of things.
Would it be 60 frames per second though?
The game's very heavy.
So, are you not expecting 60 frames then?
No, in P3V with the airplane I fly, the flight sim labs A320, I get kind of like 25 frames, and I have a 2080 Ti and a 9900K.
I thought this was gonna be the time when I'd have, you know, 60 frames per second again on a flight sim.
Well, in some places you can get 60, and if you go down in a couple of things on the graphic settings, you can get it to 60, no issue. But like the sim is
Yeah, but then it
so
would be
nice.
FSX then.
Well, it actually don't. I mean, if you like go down on terrain, it's gonna look like crap. But stuff like I think anti-aliasing and that sort of stuff do.
But I don't know what that means. Could you go
I
through
barely
it?
hear you, Dean, by the way. It's very muffly.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I mean, I can hear you, it's still muffly.
Okay, yeah.
You can hear me.
Oh, that's much better.
That's a bit better.
I literally changed nothing.
You definitely changed something.
Mate, that's placebo effect.
No, you did change something.
I
It sounds a lot
didn't.
better now.
I was looking down at my lap and then I looked up at my screen and then I started talking again.
Fuck.
So the thing with the flight sim is that, oh my god, Chris, what do you do?
Yeah. Whoopsie daisy. Lost a lot of time there.
The race started.
You probably broke the undertray of the car, if I'm honest.
Yeah. The race is starting in just under 3 minutes.
I don't like the way with the Boeing, like you can't control the engine for some reason.
I
That's all.
didn't like the A220, and I think it's gonna be the same thing with the Boeing. It's not simulated as it should be.
Right. I mean, the 787 I had a quick go and I could actually control the engines, but the 747 I tried everything to disengage, the auto throttle and whatnot, and I just had no control over it.
Ooh, Chris is gonna have a very hard race against Dakota Price, who is 2 seconds slower,
Okay.
almost 3 seconds slower.
What should I do? Should I do a double pit stop?
No, just no. God no. Imagine
Right.
if something goes wrong, you're gonna lose like 200 IR. No.
So on graphics, what can I turn off?
Well, I'm not sure because, like,
What's VSync?
for
Put
vertical,
that off.
I keep that on.
Why?
Because he said so.
What is it?
With flight sims, I've always used it. It
Yeah,
synchronizes the frames, in theory, so it shouldn't look as choppy.
Okay, right, it's on. Render scaling. Oh, that's graphics card limited, isn't it? Anti-aliasing. What should I do with that?
The thing is, it's gonna depend on your computer, but also on the game, and I don't know the game very well yet. You know,
But
like
what does
in
it do?
FSX, I was kind of sure about what to change in order to get
Yeah.
better frames, but here I'm not very sure.
But what is
Anti-aliasing is like
anti-aliasing then?
it like oh, how can I explain this in English? It smooths out the edges in things.
The polygons.
Yeah, so you don't get this like sawtooth effect on the edges of things.
Right, so can I just turn that off?
If
In
you
Sky.
lower that, you're gonna get more of that, but it's
Yeah. Terrain level of detail. What have you got that set to?
oh, I've got everything on ultra
Oh, you bastard.
because my computer actually allows me to do that, you know. But
Well, I've got a 2080 Super and an i9 9900.
yeah,
The
you
same
should
as
be able
you.
to run everything well
But
close to ultra at least.
I've got 16 gig of RAM though.
I think that might be costing you a bit because I have everything on ultra and I'm using 16 gigs of RAM all the time.
Alright.
Oh.
So
Trees.
that might be screwing you a bit.
Oh, right, here we go.
Good luck.
Green flag, next time by.
Yeah.
Line up on the right side. Pit
Not
road is
ideal.
closed.
You better be watching me.
So,
Hey, you better be watching me.
I will in a minute. Oh, hang on, there's a U marketplace item. ZLMC. Don't know how to say it. And some of the airports are actually really inaccurate. For example, Bangkok International Airport, Savannah Bummy. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Never heard of it.
But it's yeah. It's like, you know, these modern airports have like all this architecture to their terminals. Like on this sim, it's just like a generic oblong building.
Yeah, that's what I'm really surprised is that they actually nailed all the taxiways and things in all the airports I've actually been to, because they did that
Yeah.
with the satellite map. But the terminal is very generic looking. Yeah.
We went looking for Angel Falls today, and Venezuela, and it's just not there.
Is it, or you guys couldn't find it?
We went looking for the coordinates. We found the coordinates, and it just wasn't there.
Did you buy the London City
Interesting.
Pack?
Catch the pace car.
Like, is it worth it, do you think?
What?
The London City Pack.
Oh, the like the add-on thing.
Yeah.
Well, the last time I went to London, I was 15. I think?
Just a whippersnapper. All right. I gotta lap these guys in half an hour.
Yeah, you can do that. Easy. I've done it. You can do it.
So track is showing up okay on the stream and all that.
Yeah, everything's fine.
What music do you have in the background? Do you have the legacy music on?
I have no music on. The only music people can hear is you. And
I got the legacy.
I
got the... You need to have the legacy on. Like, I nearly cry when I hear this music because it's just childhood memories.
Yeah, I had the same fucking
Get ready, go.
reaction.
Pace car's in.
Like, I've spent so many hours on this when I was a kid.
Green flag.
So it's an
green flag.
emotional game. It brings a U-turn to the word patience. Like, just happen to, you know, wait with load times and whatnot. Especially at that age, and frame rate issues and
Yeah, it's just
like,
they
like-
did the best they could, I think.
yeah.
Like,
Like now,
optimized
any game you play nowadays is just, I'm happy with it. Like I'm content with it because I've had to put up with FSX and things
Yeah.
before it.
I think they did a very good job with this one, if you have the right hardware, because
Yeah.
I know Andy was trying to play it, and he has it installed in a normal hard drive, and he doesn't have the best computer. It's not bad, but it's not the best. And the load times were ridiculous.
3 seconds ahead of them already.
Yeah, that's what you get for racing at this time.
Where's Travis? Me and Travis have been having great races this week. I was like, oh, he'll be on for 9 o'clock.
Well, he just started beating him on every race, so he didn't race anymore.
What I find annoying though is trying to get the right camera view, and they don't stay the same. Like every plane has a different camera view, and when you save it, you can't like save it to the plane. You have to save it to a key. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, I honestly in P3D I use a thing called Chase Plane, which was great because you could create presets per airplane. So it
Right.
was very good, and I'm hoping they release a version for this one because it's so much better to control the camera than the normal
Yeah.
interface the game has. I'm just waiting for add-ons, honestly. I want a decent A320 to fly, where you can actually use everything in all the modes. And I don't mind
would
paying
like.
for it, you know.
I'd like the I just want a 787 to be spot on, or a 777, and I'd be flying that all the time.
I'll do a bit of flying my chat for this race.
Yeah.
You have to add me on Xbox or whatever.
Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that I don't need Xbox Live Gold. I was expecting them to say, "Hey, come on, give us some more money," but they didn't, so I'm happy.
Well, like everyone's buying the premium deluxe version.
What's the
And,
difference?
The amount of airplanes and
You get more
airports you
stuff.
Yeah. But also, now that they have a marketplace where people can buy add-ons and stuff, I think they're getting a cut from every sale. So basically, they managed to stretch the life of the game for them, money-wise.
Yeah. Right. Hang on, wait. Do you remember on FSX when you were like on any camera view, you could bring up like the old altimeter or the, you know, your speed or your nav, like on
Yeah.
a little window. Can
Yeah.
you do this on this sim?
I don't think so. I haven't managed to do that.
Because like on my camera view in the cockpit, like, I like to sit quite far back, and then I can't see what's on the dashboard
Yeah.
or whatever you
Yeah,
call
no,
it.
I
So,
know what you mean. Yeah.
so I want to kind of just have a little pop up if that's possible.
I haven't. I tried with the A320 actually, and I couldn't get it to pop up. It used to be that you just clicked on whatever you wanted to pop up,
Yeah.
and it did it, but it's not working anymore.
Is there
I
a
don't know if
button I
there's
can
a different
press
command.
to like zoom in on a specific?
Alt Control F4.
No.
You can
Like-
use the mouse to zoom in on things. Also
No,
on my joystick,
No.
I have a button that I like. It's I don't know. I will have to check what it's bind to, but I press it and it shows me only the instrument cluster, and then it goes back to wherever I was looking.
Right.
So that's useful when you want to like just quickly glance at the instruments to like, check your speed and then go back to the view you were at.
Fine, fine. Hey, what the fuck? It's like when I'm on the exterior camera, I really like that. What they've got there. You know, like the thing. I don't know what's called.
Like the HUD, with the information.
Yeah, I like the info. I mean,
It's very good, I think. I like
Yeah,
it because it used to be
I like
that
it.
I was like flying and I wanted to look at the scenery for some reason.
Here we go.
And I would lose control of the airplane.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I want it on the cockpit view though, so I can, you know, so I can see. I can sit far back
Yeah.
and still see what I'm actually doing.
Yep.
17 GTE is coming up.
I got my flight, sorry, my sim racing pedals set up as well as the brothers. Using that VJoy thing, Universal Sim, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I used that for a bit.
On the left. Clear.
Don't need to try and ruin your line, buddy. Don't worry, Paolo, I got you.
Oh, are you both racing?
We look after our Paolos
No,
here.
no, no. Other Paolo.
Yeah, Paolo Fonseca.
Clear on the left.
Francesca. Sounds like Paolo, or is it Pablo? You know, in Lightning McQueen. Cars.
Fonseca, I think.
Is it Paolo or Pablo?
On your right.
Paolo Francesca.
Fonseca.
Something like that. Yeah, I know, I'm saying the one in the Cars movie.
No, I can't remember.
I don't think you guys are young enough to watch Cars.
I'm 24. I'm not that old.
Oh, okay.
What are you?
Yeah, you're
Are
pretty
you
young.
24, 34?
I'm 24.
Oh, I'm 37. I'm the
Oh,
fucking grandpa here.
Yeah, you're
I'm the
close to
baby.
retirement. In fact.
Yeah. Bastards.
For some reason, people tend to think I'm older than I really am until they see me.
Well,
It's like,
a pilot. You're a pilot, so I thought you would have been older.
Oh no, God no. For some weird reason, my airline thinks it's reasonable that a 23-year-old when I joined is capable of flying an airplane for them. So
Why
I wasn't gonna say no.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, I forgot to have a universal fuzzy stick on.
Clear to right.
So when I landed, I had no steering. And wait, I was landing in that landing challenge in
Right side.
Malaysia.
Clear.
Yeah.
Literally just sent it into a wall.
I was trying to do the one with the A220 in Gibraltar, and I did like probably 7 attempts, and then I rage quit, and I was so pissed off because the airplane is so bad.
Yeah.
Like they nailed the flight model of the airplane, like how slow it is to react and all that. It's actually very very close to how it is, but everything else just doesn't work.
Cool. Oh dear, oh dear.
How do you think I'll fare against someone like Marcus Deck or Ismail Yakubu or whatever? They're quick, right?
Yeah, they're pretty quick. Well, Yaku, this is one of his best tracks, I think.
What's Josh Mills like?
He's not that good.
Yeah, his
But
teammate took me out in Daytona.
He knows the car because he's been driving it for a long time. It's just not the fastest.
Who are we talking about?
Josh Mills,
Josh Mills.
Oh, Josh Mills. Oh yeah, we all know that name. Poor bastard.
Yep.
I think tomorrow you'll see probably Patrick Wolf might be racing.
I'd love to see how I fare. Just see where I'm at. I think I've got good race pace, but out and out lap
Yeah.
time, I probably don't have that against the guys.
I think where most of them make the biggest difference is in traffic.
Yeah, I've noticed
You know?
that. I do pretty well in traffic. I seem to close the gap on people or pull away from them through traffic.
Yeah, well, you have a lot of experience with the HPD. It's basically
Yeah.
the same fucking thing. It's just managing the boost in traffic is the only difference. Like not boosting so much out of a corner, over boosting to pass cars on the straight instead of encountering them in the apex, that sort of crap. That's where they're very good and where they make the difference.
Right side. Clear the
I like the Cessna Caravan.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a nice. It's a yeah.
Well, all Cessna airplanes are fun to fly.
Cessna Citation. It's a good
Oh
one.
my god, we're not doing HPD. 0.7k in here. Third
Oh, what,
place.
okay.
0.7.
Steven Herdvik. 0.7k.
right side.
They literally have just no awareness. That's another thing with them as well. Like they've no spatial awareness.
Yeah.
Like if you see a low I rating and a high, like a 4.99 safety rating, it's like they're slow,
They just
but yeah.
They're safe, yeah.
But that guy I went past, his safety rating's 1.4 and he's 0.7k. Give me a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, I've killed lots of HPDs in my LMP1 days.
They should just not be in these cars. Like, I think there also should be a separate I rating for classes or something like that. You should something different. Like I'm what 5k, but I'm not 5k in GTE. Oh my god, no. I'm like a fucking low 4k.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Oh, it's all relative, right?
maybe
Well,
they
just-
should do like an iRacing based on your past 30 races,
Yeah.
and it's time based. So if you don't drive for a month,
I
then
agree.
you
It's
lose.
something like the ATP rating for tennis, where you gotta defend your
seed.
point, basically. So if you gain like 1,000 I rating, then after a season you lose that 1,000 I rating if you don't race. Because there's a lot of people that have been sitting in like 6k for years and that don't race.
Yeah, I don't like that.
To be honest, our rating is just a number and it doesn't matter except for like registering for events.
Yeah. And that's
It's a
the
nice
only
looking
reason.
number though.
Yeah. It does say something about you as well. Like when you have an eye, like I think you're around 5k now as well, Paolo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, we all make mistakes still, but you know when LMP1s, if Patrick Wolf gets on here and sees a couple of 5ks, he feels a little bit better about it. It's like now, like how do I feel looking at the guys I'm racing against? Like,
Well, yeah. I understand what you mean.
oh my
In fact,
god,
usually didn't want to race at the time.
I'm on my
because of the
10th
same.
lap. I'm fucking 42 seconds ahead.
We were gonna lap them in like 5 laps. They're probably gonna put like 2 laps in. In fact, you're about to lap the.
Dakota?
Yeah. I don't see any of them on track, so there's a chance they both crashed.
They're probably in amongst the GTs.
Oh yeah, the P2 is just ahead of the GT leader. You guys ready for LMP2?
Yeah. It's kind of one of the reasons why I come over here to LMP1, just to kind of have this experience and HPD experience, and then jump straight into LMP2.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say,
Have you learned
I'm a little
anything
bit
about
scared
the
for it.
setup?
yeah, Dean, you should definitely get into this car and give it a go. Like the suspension, the way the chassis moves and vibrates, it's different than the HPD.
It's very different, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people
The
say like
HPD
oh, the LMP1 is just like HPD with a fucking boost button. It's like, no, it's not. It's very, very different.
It drives differently.
Oh,
It
yeah.
pace-wise, it's very similar. If you take out the boost bit of the LMP1, it's like an HPD basically. But it drives differently, reacts differently to inputs.
Well, yeah, it's 4-wheel drive, isn't it?
No, it's only rear-wheel drive. But when you use the boost, basically the electric motors act on the front axle.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's four-wheel drive when you boost out of corners.
Yeah.
That car is not a lead lap car.
Just the way the car, like, it has a traction control for the front and the rear, but also has a slip for the front and the rear, which you can change, and it has a diff in the front and in the rear. There's just so much crap on the setup.
On the left, clear. Left side.
I don't know if you've messed with the brake bias and the ABS.
God no.
IBS. Yeah.
Just trying to learn the car, really, at this stage. I haven't started dealing with it. I haven't done long enough races, like Sebring and me, like to start moving bias or anything like that.
Well, like the bias is, you don't want to move it as much because you can run a fairly forward bias without
Lap down.
any issues. I think you're running 53 or something like that. But the IBS, it's a thing that
Right side.
as you're coming out of the brake pedal, it moves the brake bias backwards,
On the left.
and how high the ABS value is, it's more aggressive on it or less aggressive. So if you put the ABS on 12 and come out of the brake pedal, you're probably going to spin because all the braking is going to go to the rear very fast.
I think I need to sit down and have a conversation with you about this. And understand all these little details.
There's a lot of crap in it.
Clear on the left.
But it's a strategy, you know, different things you work with within the race, changing the
Yeah.
car, like.
That car is
Like for example, fuel saving doesn't work on this car. I mean, you can do it, but you lose so much time that it's not worth it unless you can get rid of one stop at the end.
left side. Clear. Right side. Clear. That car is a lap down.
Oh, it looks like it's just me and Michael.
There's a song called Me and Michael.
I'm not taking any risks here.
No, I did the same thing like when I
Clear.
used to race this car. I was ahead by like a minute, then just coast, wait behind cars, pass them on the straight.
Don't leave me here in LMP1 on my own, Paolo. You're gonna have to, you know. give me
Oh,
a
I might
helping hand.
do a race tomorrow, just to get on the car before Sebring,
Yeah.
because on Tuesday I have the final race for TRL, the GT league I'm doing,
Yeah.
and not winning anymore. And
So you've no hope of winning it.
I'm 6 points behind.
Is it that Mies guy that you're behind?
Yeah, Rodrigo, yeah. I'm 6 points behind.
Did you tell him I said he's a Buta?
Yeah, I did.
And what did he say? Was he angry?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Alright. Alright, sorry, go on, I interrupted you.
Yeah, but he's very good at Virginia, and I'm not. So, like, he's done many races there, and I've never done one. And I keep getting frustrated when practicing that, because I hate the track. It's awful. It's the worst track ever invented.
Which track?
Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate that. Absolutely hate that. Like, all the corners don't have apexes.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. And then the back part of the track, where you have these two blind corners that are like have weird cambers, and it's truly awful. So I've been practicing for that, and that's on Tuesday. So after that, I'm just gonna do Sebring, I guess. In the
Like
other
someone
one.
was like CADing a track, like on the PC, and then the mesh just deformed as
Yeah.
they like saved it, saved the file.
It goes up and then it goes down, and
You
the
should-
Ferrari has an HU2 now with the bottoms out everywhere. It doesn't matter what ride height you use.
Which, the Porsche?
No, the Ferrari. The GT, Ferrari GT.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh my
This
god.
car should be for Sebring, though. I think it's going to be very tight between the Porsche and the Audi.
I don't like the view out of the 919.
Me neither. It's way too restrictive. You can't see anything. At least in this car you can see the apexes. The 919 you can see shit. Also the 919 drives very differently to this. Because it regens on the straights as well. So you can actually just brake as late as you want. The car is very good on the brakes.
In the A320, why is it supposed to like have really irresponsive controls to the joystick?
Yes and no. Like it's
Like
very
it's
sluggish to respond.
Yeah, it is.
doesn't
Yeah.
Feel like a Cessna, for example, where it's very twitchy when you apply the controls. So it is like that in real life. Like you move the stick and you wait before something happens because you're not actually moving a surface. The more you move the thing,
Right.
you're generating a command to a computer that,
Oh, is that
depending
what
on
you did
how
in real life?
yeah, depending on how much deflection you have on the side stick, it's gonna command an amount of movement per second to the control surface.
Oh,
So you're like
okay.
controlling roll per second or elevation per second instead of deflection, actual deflection of the aileron. for
Okay. I didn't know that.
That's why it feels that sluggish. But also, like the airplane is really easy to fly because it has auto trim. So if you put the nose at like 10 degrees up, it's gonna stay there.
Wait,
No matter what.
which one? Which
Yeah.
plane was that? Auto trim?
The A320.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to land the A320 now at the Cristiano Ronaldo airport.
Yeah. It
Fucking
doesn't
windy.
work. No, it doesn't work. I can't fly the airplane. It gives me awful nightmares because it's nothing like the real airplane.
What would you
Yeah,
know?
I
What
mean,
would you know, Paolo? You know? Come on, man.
Well, I think I know. my employer certainly thinks I know.
my employers hope I know.
Yeah, they are very, very in the wrong. But,
That car is not a lead lap car. You got a slow car on the left. That car is a lap down.
what really annoys me is that the airplane divides the flight into stages, basically. So, in order to land and to tell the airplane you're landing, you need to activate the approach phase. And the way none of that is simulated.
Car on your right.
So you're landing an airplane that's actually in like descent mode and climb mode, and it's not like that. Like it shouldn't happen like that. It makes me really angry.
Oh, by the way, Dean, they're retiring the HPD once the LMP2 comes in. It's me and no series.
Well, they're gonna make it legacy, so I'm guessing it's just gonna die forever. But they're finally doing it to 7, so that's good.
What, the Sierra or the Corvette?
Yeah.
Why is there no aircraft damage when you land? Like, if you smash the landing gear, why doesn't it smash? It can.
Like actually like physically smash?
No, like just say that I've fucked the airplane up. Like I just twatted the floor down. Yeah, in the options I've got it on, like, you know, the real deal. Like,
well then,
you know,
you didn't like exceed the limitations of the airplane.
I mean, it felt like it.
Oh yeah,
you know,
I've had some very hard landings in real life, and yeah, nothing happens.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've properly, you know, gone to the bump stops on them landing gears and then extra.
Well, most of the like landings are close to 1G in force, and the limit to where it's determined to be a hard landing for the company, it's 2.4 G.
Right. Okay.
More than twice. And I know of someone that did a 3.8 G landing.
Oh god.
Where the landing gear actually deformed the airplane. And the airplane, like on the next day, they fly did a flight to a maintenance base. So the airplane was still flyable. It was just not safe.
What's the fact? I wonder what the factor of safety of the wings is. Like how much stress?
High, isn't it?
Yeah. Like
it's like 8, isn't it?
Like what do they rate? What is the rating?
I have no idea.
I swear it's like 8. I heard in a uni lecture.
What, the factor of safety?
Like around, around about 8.
I have no idea. The wings are under so much stress all the time. Because it's not just
turbulence.
Inside the wings, you have thousands of kilos of fuel.
Yeah.
And move with the wing. And
like you can see when a plane takes off, can't you? Like the wings are like really, like you can see the weight of the plane.
Yeah.
And the wings trying to carry it.
And basically the wings carry the fuel, and the engines and all the fluids that come with it.
Yeah,
and
hydraulics.
The fucking what's it called? The fire extinguisher for the engine.
Oh, right.
And all the crap is on the wings and on the pylon where the engine's mounted. So there's a ton of weight.
And Paolo, do you have a picture of Sully Sullenberger up in your bedroom?
No. I have a picture of him, like as
in your wallet.
In my phone, actually.
In your pocket.
He's my Lord and Savior.
Oh, were you on the flight?
No, probably not.
Oh, right.
Just because, you know. Do you ever see the SNL skits when Tom Hanks plays Sully Sullenberger?
I haven't.
Very funny. He's in the plane with Alec Baldwin, and Alec Baldwin's like the captain, and Sully comes in, and he keeps trying to like overrule Alec Baldwin. It's like, you heard my name, right? It's like, yeah, Sully Sullenberger. You know, Miracle on the Hudson. That's very funny.
I'll watch it later then.
Will you?
I will, no, I will.
You promise?
I promise you. I like funny stuff.
Really?
Car on the left. Clear on the
So,
left.
do you reckon they'll add more missions to this?
I think they will, yeah.
Because on FSX, I like the missions they had.
I think they'll add some interesting missions along the way. They need to keep the game alive because there's gonna be like a certain amount of people that are gonna play it no matter what, like me, you, and
Me.
basically all the flight sim base they had built in the past years.
Yeah.
But like people like my brother that was playing the game like an hour ago, he's gonna play it for a bit and then he's gonna stop playing it unless they add more
Almost on
content.
fuel, but it looks like we'll make it to you.
Because they don't find the fun in like flying from A to B.
Well, I
That's
don't
true.
find the fun in iRacing, but I still do it.
Lies. He loves it.
That car is not a lead lap
Stressful.
I mean, you did like 35 races on that Le Mans week, so you gotta love the game for that.
44.
Also, I think it's very easy to race when you're winning all the races.
Yes, it is actually. It's easy
Yeah,
to.
that's why I did like 35 races that week.
left side.
It was the same.
You
so
did
I was-
35 races
Yeah,
for Le Mans.
on the other side. Yeah.
What?
If you look at like my BRS time logger thing, I put like 70 hours of in between races and practice for Le Mans.
That's mental.
That car is
What happened if you had got wiped out in turn 1?
Well, that didn't happen.
Well, what happened?
that car is
Well,
not a
it
lead
happened
lap
to me once. You know, someone like spun in turn 1 and then they had to cut the corner. Like the car behind it had to cut the corner, go across the gravel, and they just T-boned the fuck out of me.
lap car.
And that was me out the lead on that one.
Car on the left.
No, it's just like in most of the races I did, I was either winning or in the top 3. So
I'm just thinking like, every single race I did, if I didn't, I pulled a lot of risky moves to win the races I did. Like, I did not win them like comfortably. Like, I did
Yeah.
some, but not all. And if I didn't pull any of the moves, like if I just did one thing differently, I wouldn't have gotten to split 1 for the main Le Mans race, because I would have had too little iRating.
well,
It's like every.
I registered the team with like 4.9k, and I made it to top split. So
Were you in top split with us?
yeah,
I did not know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
that was top split.
Yeah, we made it, but we were the lowest ranked HBD team.
Yeah, and we qualified 3rd with you.
Well, you guys were fucking quick that week. I remember. I remember Anthony being very annoyed at not being able to go that fast.
Yeah, honestly, Anthony was not that quick that week. Christopher, the
No.
fucker, ran me up in the apron of one race. He was a fucking asshole. He's a dirty bastard. He's a dirty bastard. He's quick.
He has
he's
his
just,
fault.
he's
He has
fucking
his fault.
dirty. Anthony gives way too much respect on track.
That car is a
Yeah,
lap down.
and the thing, Anthony, his issue is that he has no idea how to set up the car. Like he would try something, and then he would like go back and say, but they're not doing that because like their top speed is different. It's like, that's not how you set up a car.
Well, the setup we ran for Le Mans was Movano's,
Yeah.
and it was just beast. In fairness.
Well, the setup we ran in the LMP1 was from PCS that week, and it was very good.
So yeah, so our setup was the winning HPD.
Left side.
Yep.
Clear.
So that's who's going to be an SCO.
Well, the LMP2 is a different car, so you never know. All their knowledge is going to be gone for that car. That's kind of the beauty of it, that everyone starts from zero with it.
Yeah, my phone died. And I just realised I had 60 apps open on my phone, so I had to close them up.
Oh my god. Poor old Michael. 7 laps ahead of fucking Dakota.
Be able to make it to the end.
This is what LMP1 racing looks at this time at night. And this is a popular track. Remember that.
There's actually a good. There's like 8 or 9 of us last night. This is the poorest turnout I've seen on this track.
What's a good place to fly?
I went to Le Mans and did a lap around the track.
Cat nice tracking. I want to go somewhere like exotic. Oh, Bora Bora. Let's go there. Can I search it?
Dublin?
Yeah, Bora Bora.
You did say exotic.
Scotland. Fuck off.
No, Dublin.
Oh, Dublin.
The only good thing in Dublin is the Guinness factory.
And you've done it.
French. Holy
I love Dublin.
Hang on, what is it? What's the name of the airport in Bora Bora?
No clue.
San Antonio, no? Is that
Where-
it?
Where is the French Polynesia?
Clear.
In the sea.
Yeah, I know, but like, where?
Oh, I have no clue. Like near Tahiti, I guess. Aeroport de Bora Bora. Motu Mote is the name of the airport.
What's the code?
M-O-T. The airport is that's not a code. NTTB.
Sorry?
NTTB.
NTTB.
Yeah.
NTSB. You don't want to hear that.
That's a different.
Yeah, that's when you have an airplane crash, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Looks like Michael's out of the race now as well.
Oh wait, there's a few. There's Uturoa. There.
Hawaii might be a decent one. That's probably decent model.
Tupai. Right, so I'm gonna go in a. What's a good plane to go around? I'm gonna go with the Diamond.
Yeah, the Diamond 62 is actually very good for sightseeing. It's decently fast, but you can go slow as well.
Yeah. Righty. Live weather. I wish that the satellite was satellite and not map. Because like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking like. The airports aren't actually very accurate on the map. Like,
No, I know what you mean.
like Chang Airport in Singapore, that's actually in the sea according to the map. And obviously that's impossible. Arlo, do you know who Molly May is?
No.
Okay,
That car's a lot
tomorrow
down.
then. Did you watch Love Island? Oh, do you know what Love Island is? Okay.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay.
Sadly, I have some knowledge of British TV. Mostly panel shows, but
Car stop on the left.
Mostly what? Sorry.
Go to the top.
like British panel
That car is
shows,
not a lead
like
lap car.
8 out of 10 Cats and that kind of crap.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason that crap tends to pop up in my YouTube feed from time to time.
People on it are so good looking.
Car on the left. That car is not a lead lap
Like
car.
it just,
Clear on the left.
oh, so good looking. Like one of my mates has met one of the main stars on the show. Just,
That car is not a lead lap car. Left side. That car is a lap down. Clear on the left.
oh, I can't. It's really annoying to get a good camera view
Car on
on
the
these
left.
fucking planes. Right, come on, let's go. What's the
That car is a
Map.
lap down.
whoop, 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 whoop. Get the level up.
Wait, did you say one of your mates was on one of those shows?
No, he met one of the people.
That car is a lap down.
Oh, you're joking. Bora Bora doesn't look good on this game. Is it because I've got my graphics turned down?
Left side.
Could be.
Clear on the left.
Haven't
It
flown
just
very.
looks right. Right. I'm gonna have to sort this out. Graphics. Terrain level of detail. 200. What's the difference between level of detail and terrain vector data?
No clue.
Right. Great. Texture resolution ultra. Yeah, it still doesn't look very sexy.
Car stopped ahead.
Would have thought it would have.
Alright, I'll build it up in 17 minutes with you, buddy. Go for an outfly.
That car is not a lead lap car.
Have to add me to your friends
I want to go
list.
to the.
Yeah.
I want to go to the places where you know where I saw them on the trailer.
Have you flown in Rio already?
Left side. That car is not a
Yeah.
lead lap car. Clear.
On the A320. I kept dying. God, see, there's a patch of thing here where it hasn't. What's that?
That car is not a lead lap car. That car is not a lead lap car.
So here in Bora Bora, the trees aren't simulated. They've just got like the texture for the floor.
That's
Does
weird.
that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not very kinky. And I can't see the bridges where, you know, people walk across on the beach. I mean, the huts are there, but they're not really in order. Am I demanding too much here?
A little bit.
I want to put my... You know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna put on Ultra. See what happens.
I only have I have a 1660 Ti 6 gig. That's all I have running on it. I have the triples, 44 hertz.
Are you running the game on triples?
Yeah.
You're out of your mind.
Why?
I can't run the game on triples.
Why?
It's way too...
Choppy.
I'm getting like 15 FPS.
Oh no, I don't have that issue.
Oh, I have everything on Ultra.
That car is a lap down.
Are you sure you sent me to the right airport?
Yeah?
The one with the big mountain. Cause like, there's another big one over here.
Clear on the left.
Oh, I guess it's right airport. I just Google search what airport.
Oh man, my eyes are getting tired. Yeah, even the textures on Ultra. It could it be my internet connection?
Hello.
Oh, this hotel looks nice.
That car is a lap down.
Yeah.
Wait,
oh,
Bora.
Bora Bora.
Yeah, Bora Bora.
You ready for some flying, Andy?
I will be shortly. I'm just loading. Well, you know how long my my actual hard drive takes to load. I've been looking at
Yeah.
buying some new.
Well, we have 12 minutes until Chris finishes demolishing the field in LMP1.
Yeah, 12 minutes, alright?
Huh.
Alright, Andy? Better wait, man.
Hello.
Alright, I don't want any fucking knob rubbing or anything like that without me being involved, alright? I don't know what you guys are getting up to last night. It sounded like a lot of fun.
That car is not a lead lap car.
Where's old William? Is he around? Or has he been and gone?
He hasn't actually popped in here at all.
I'll be on properly in about 15 minutes. I'm just putting that one down.
Yep.
That car
A
is
bit of a
lap down.
she had a temperature flare back up again today. We think she's got like tonsillitis maybe, which is actually reassuring in many regards. So,
Not COVID.
yeah. Well, you always think the worst.
Yeah.
So,
Just
well, we don't
COVID
know that.
things.
Alright, I'm catching this dude again.
What does AOA mean?
Down.
Angle of attack, I believe.
Really?
Is that right,
Fantastic.
Alan?
Fantastic. Yeah.
So,
AOA is
look at
angle
me.
attack.
Check me out.
What does
Yeah,
Do you know what I
green mean?
struggled with
What
on
does-
your bus, Paolo? Was actually working out how to get the autopilot to actually work on the Neo.
It's badly modeled. It's garbage. Don't buy it near us. It's bad. It's bad. It's awful.
Awful.
Wait,
Awful.
what does green mean? Yellow and red.
Clear.
Green means within tolerances of the aircraft. Orange means whooey, Neddy, and red means you're going to break something.
No.
No,
Good guess though.
Are you
No, it's
sure?
isn't it how steep the angle is? Obviously red
The angle
being-
of attack is the angle between the wing the chord of the wing, so the distance between the leading edge and the trailing edge, the angle between that and the relative wind, and when you hit a certain angle of attack,
You know what I'm on about?
stall.
It's like there's on the exterior view. There's like a bar.
Yeah. So basically, if it goes red, you're gonna stall.
And if it goes green,
It's fine.
yellow.
Getting close to a stall.
What's the blue circle?
I got no idea.
Car's a lap down.
AOA
Oh.
indicator.
I like how you can do barrel rolls in this.
Most airplanes don't have an angle of attack indicator.
I nearly wiped. I did wipe you out last night tonight, Paolo,
Yeah.
and you had to reload it because
You can fly upside down as well, and like not die.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
how do you do
Weird
pushback
how-
on there? Any ideas?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know what?
I did it before.
There is. I did get a.
Go on control and just see what it is.
That car is not a lead lap car.
Alright, so I think I did myself, Paolo. 2 laps. I'll lap them twice.
You have lapped the whole field at least twice. That's
Have you really? That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Well, not really.
Not a lead lap car.
it's let's just say that he was 6 seconds faster than the car behind last lap.
Clear.
Oh man,
You know-
in Bora Bora, the ground doesn't have trees. It just has textured trees.
That sounds like it's broken.
Lap car.
I'm a bit let down now.
That car is a lap down.
I tell you what, I am genuinely like jacking in my iRacing to become a full-time sim pilot. Yeah, I'm joking. I find it I do find it very relaxing.
Left side. Clear.
It is for relaxing.
I find it like really, like going to the places where I normally go on holiday to, just flying over them, just feels so like, I don't know, like emotional inside. Like I'm actually seeing the place for real on a sim.
Yeah.
And it's pretty high detail as well.
Like the first time I loaded up the sim, I went flying to one of the parts of the country that I like flying the most. And of course, I've flown there like 100 times now because of my work. So I know how the scenery looks and everything. And it's exactly the same. And I wanted to cry. It was so good.
Yeah. Like literally the first flight, I loaded up just to see if my, the game was working. Was at a local airfield, by a track I used to race at in go-karts. Like the pre-cinematic video of it loading up. The first shot was an overhead of the go-kart track, and I couldn't believe it. How it was all perfectly modelled.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I didn't know the kart track was by the airfield until then. So it took off, and yeah, it's just insane how all these racetracks, even around the world, are on there. I'm sure there'll be like some developer that will come along and touch them up.
Yeah, it's gonna take like 2 years time from now. It's gonna look so much better.
Hold on.
Do you reckon that'll be optimized as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll definitely optimize it. Yeah, the thing
Yeah,
you gotta
how-
remember that when FSX came out in 2006, he was so demanding of computers.
Still is,
Yeah.
isn't it though?
Yeah, but it's much better. Like you can play it with crap computers still. But when FSX came out, it was just like this. That I have the probably the best computer you could buy 5 months ago,
That car is a lap down.
and I can barely play the game with everything maxed out at 40 FPS.
That car is not
So
a
it's
lead
gonna
lap car.
be improved. Computers are gonna
That car is
improve,
a lap down. Clear on the right.
and you'll start to see
That car is a lap
more and
down.
more add-ons for the thing. But the base that we have right now is fantastic. It's much better than what we had before.
Oh man, my eyes are going off here. What time is it? Oh my god, it's 3 AM.
It's 10 a.m. 10 p.m. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dude, where are you? Alaska.
That car is a lap down.
No. He's
I mean-
in Brazil and I'm in Canada. But he's directly
Oh, I didn't
below
know
me.
you were in Brazil. I thought you were in bloody Scandinavia.
It's kind of maybe.
Yeah, I
I
don't know what
live
made me think that.
I live in Chile. I don't live in Brazil.
Are you Chile? I thought you were in Brazil, no?
Really?
No.
Oh, yeah,
what kind of,
keto.
what kind
Keto.
of racism is this?
I could have sworn I was there, bro. I think it's Brazil when it comes up on the entries.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now it's Brazil.
No, it says Hispanoamerica,
Does it?
and that's not Brazil.
I thought you were Brazil.
No. Awful racism. Just because I'm called Paulo. I'm not Pablo.
Well, anyone in South America, I mean,
Or Portugal.
or Spain.
Yeah. What about Paulinho?
Probably Brazilian. as
Brazilian
well.
soccer player.
Portuguese.
Yeah. That's a Brazilian soccer player, Paulinho.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
It's not a common name here, Paulo. To be fair, Paulo is a Brazilian name. And a Portuguese name as well. Pablo is much more common here because it's a Spanish name.
Well, Matthias.
Colony, Matthias, yeah.
That car is not a lead
Matthias
lap car.
is more German. Diaz is the name we have here.
Running on fuel, would you be able to make it to the end?
2 minutes. Can I make it? I could probably stop here now and not finish.
I still win.
Yeah.
That car is not a lead lap car. That car on the left. Clear on the left.
So Paolo, you've been watching me here, so you've learned how to drive the car around Monza, right? You've been taking notes.
Yeah, many mental notes. I still don't know how to drive the car because that's not the camera I drive the car in.
Oh
So
yeah,
it looks very different.
yeah. So you're up more over to the left.
Down.
I'm all the way forward. I can't see the wheel or anything. Like you see those two like bolts in the middle of the car?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I have in the middle of my camera. Middle, right under, like at the bottom of the monitor.
That car is not a lead lap car.
Hacks. Actual hacks.
Didn't take you for a cheater. Jesus. Fucking idiot nearly took me out.
That car is a lap down. That car on the left. Clear.
Right, I'm going to bed. I'm like, this is too late for me.
Yeah. I'll see you whenever.
That car is a lap down. That car is not a lead lap car.
Love you, Dane.
Bye.
You won.
Decides it. And that guy is racing GTE very early. Oh, that was a piece of piss.